Hey, so I had quite a humbling experience recently. If you don't know me, my name's Pierce. Hey, and I've been making content to try and help young men and just people in general with their mental health for the last 3 to 4 years now. And I'll be honest, I haven't had, you know, a lot of success, but I've enjoyed the process. I've enjoyed this, and I've definitely enjoyed impacting people and yada yada. Let me cut to the chase. Recently, one of my posts that I made on Instagram garnered quite a lot of attention. I think right now it has around 1.1 million views, which is insane. And of course, this comes with a lot of negative attention. And although um, I'm not new to negativity and negative opinions, when there's so many of them, it's a lot. And what I just wanted to remind you, and also remind myself, is that every time you allow the perception and opinion of someone else to define how you view yourself, you're betraying yourself. And you're betraying the hard work that you've put in to become the person you are today. And that's something I've had to remind myself. Because I'll be honest, these last 24 hours, I've made a couple mistakes. I've been reading comments. Yes. I've been reading comments, and I've been trying to understand people's outrage and people's blatant just disrespect. And I realized this is a massive waste of time, and this is exactly what I tell people not to do, which is take things personally. I have to remember and remind myself, these people don't know me. I know me. I know me very well. I've got to know myself extremely well the last couple of years. And that means that I am able to protect myself from this negativity that people are throwing against me, especially when it has to do with my character. When these people don't know me, they don't know the work I put into developing my character. That is what I'm using to ground me right now. And similarly in your life, you've probably experienced times where people have projected their energy onto you. People have maybe tried to limit your potential, maybe tried to downplay your achievements and say that you are lucky, or say that, you're not all that and you shouldn't be proud of yourself. Ignore those voices. Ignore those people. They don't know you. They don't know the energy it took for you to turn your life around and become who you're becoming. And that's okay, because it's not for them to know. And that's also something I need to remind myself, that the work I do on myself isn't for others to know. I don't do it for people to say, oh, well done, Pierce, you're doing great. I do it for myself. I do it so I can look in the mirror and be happy with the person I am. And I think that's something you can kind of lose touch of, especially when you create content. Because I do have to admit that although this is something I take very seriously and something that I'm very passionate about, to other people, this is just a scroll. This is just a passive video that they just come across when they're literally lying in bed with one hand on their dick and the other one scrolling. It doesn't mean anything to them. So I should not be taking their words personally, but as I'm a human, I do sometimes. So I'm just kind of being honest with you guys here. It kind of sucks when you try your best to help others and people don't always acknowledge it. But again, that's not for them to do. It's for myself. It's for myself to acknowledge that I'm trying to be I'm trying to make a positive impact in this world. And that comes with people hating what you do. I think one comment especially kind of annoyed me, which was the whole idea that I should get a job and that I should be a real man. Because for some reason, articulating your thoughts and your opinions is not what real men do. And again, I think this is one of the reasons I just don't take this shit seriously. There's no real nuance to these comments. That's why I kind of just laugh at them a lot of the time. But I just want you to know, anyone out there who's chasing their dreams, there's going to be people there that point and laugh for a long time. And it's going to suck, but sometimes it might be your friends and family. Sometimes it's going to be strangers. Sometimes it's going to be people you kind of know. And you're going to have to get used to that. You're going to have to get used to the fact that because you don't want to do what everyone else does, people are going to try and shit on you. I was trying to be more articulate there, but I couldn't find the words. Like, yeah, people are just going to try and shit on you. And you can't let it get to you. Because what they want is for you just to quit. Be like, yeah, you're right. Let me fall back in line and do what everyone else is doing. And that isn't who you are. You don't want to be like everyone else. You want to be yourself. You want to be your authentic self. The version of you that doesn't, what's the word? That doesn't prioritize the opinions of others. The version of you that's confident in herself. The version of you that is truly proud of themselves. And that, I think part of that means you're going to have to accept that not everyone's going to like you. Again, this is something I'm trying to heal within me. This idea that people need to like me. It's something I struggled with for a while. But I'm definitely getting more comfortable with being disliked. Especially when I'm doing something that I'm certain I want to do. So yeah. Bit more of a personal one here. But I think it's cool to do that sometimes. Like, it's cool to do that. Let you guys know what's going on in my brain. Because, I'm trying to build a connection with you guys, Trying to build some sort of camaraderie, I should say. Because, I do, at the end of the day, want to make a positive change in this world. And that means I'm going to have to rub people the wrong way. Because the way that the world's going right now, I'm not a fan of it. And I want to be a voice of change. I want to be a voice that can influence people to think deeper, second guess things. And I'm okay with what comes of that, good or bad. So yeah. Fuck the haters. We ball. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And I'll probably see you very soon. Mwah.